All right, folks, welcome back. We are preparing for new colonists. They're going to be coming in ready to get to work. Welcome to Mars, get to work. 12 passengers coming in. More importantly, the ones that are coming in are the ones that are going to be working in that rare metals extractor. It's going to be very important for us. And they're here, so we're going to drop them there and they will start their process. Speed it up a little bit because I want to unlock those jobs, but I try not to do it until they're a little closer. I don't want other people thinking that they have to take that job, other colonists there. Okay, I'm going to turn it on and start unlocking and turning on all the other positions that we planned for. Only locked one in the infirmary because we're just bringing that medic. Otherwise, we keep it moving. Should have plenty of place for them to live, and they need to get to work. Keep doing what we're doing. And here they come.
New colonists have arrived.
For those of you who want to learn how to take a screenshot, you go to photo mode. Okay, you can adjust anything that you want. Otherwise, just click take a screenshot. Screen will shake for a little bit. You'll hear that noise, and it'll save anywhere that you want it to save in your camera roll or something specific. Normally edit that stuff out, but it might be valuable for someone who wants to take a screenshot. So why not? We're going to leave that in. You know what? If I have an extra position, I can unlock any one of those. Diner, infirmary. Right now we have one unemployed, so we will unlock it. Slowly they'll do it by themselves. Otherwise, you can click on it, and then we can do it and assign them ourselves. Don't always have to do it, but sometimes you do, especially if you want it to be quicker and go and you want to assign them to a position that you want rather than where they want to go. Let's go check on our transport. It's full. Where are we going to drop off those metals? Because we look pretty good in those places, so maybe we can be proactive. Start dropping them off near the next area that we would build. Yeah. This is probably, we're gonna have a dome. Got water, got concrete. It looks like this episode will probably start to prepare the next areas, even though some of them domes aren't even built in the second area. Just be proactive. We're gonna wait for that to refuel. I got an extra moisture evaporator. I'm definitely gonna put it over here with this group. There it is. Stuff's being built. We can now do all the life support stuff. All right, we're gonna do water. Store water in here.
Research complete.
The atomic accumulator is done. Good. Oxygen storage. I put them pretty tight to the dome, not that it matters. It's just something that I do or probably have seen before in another video. Life gives you lemons. Alright, here's the Moxie. This will create oxygen from water. It does not work in a dust storm, FYI. So if you're in a dusty place, you are going to need some more oxygen tanks, or larger ones. I'm turning them off for now. I just don't want them to start building it and then they start requiring maintenance. I'm just positioning things out, seeing like if I like it. All right.
Building a new home on an alien world, that takes guts to say the least.
One of the founders has developed the enthusiast trait. Well, that's great. That's much better because that's a good trait. And they'll gain traits, positive, negative ones. Okay, good. So the atomic accumulator's done. That's super valuable. We're going to drop one of them down over here. takes longer to fill them up, but they store a ton. I think like 2,000 power and can release like 100 power at a time. I think those other batteries, just so you're all aware, can release max outputs 20. Right? And that big guy is 100. So we're gonna need that now. So we'll start building those. We'll wait for that to build, and then the power will juice it up over a long time. Takes a while to charge those, so don't expect them to help you right away. Yeah, we're gonna need more power for that, so let's add some more solar panels. Let's go. Yep, they'll build out. We got that solar farm idea thinking over there. Wind turbines, solar farms. Then this whole little section will probably be filled up. Except for over here, I'll probably put a polymer factory or some sort of factory there. Most likely polymers. Yeah, because we're going to need to start building stuff soon. And because the polymer factory takes engineers and lots of them, I'm going to bring an apartment. Apartment stores more, draws more power, but it stores more people. As opposed to the 12 that go into a living complex, it's 24 in an apartment. But the power in the living complex is less. All right. Checking in our resources here. I'm going to leave that spot open, the big spot, in case I need to bring something in. They'll let us know. Okay. We got people working now in the electronics store, so they'll complain less about electronics and shopping, gaming, things like that. But it'll eat up electronics, so you want to be aware of that. Probably gonna need some more resources coming in soon. Food looks good. And concrete's working. Got power. So there's the accumulator, it's done. It's charging 20.7. Storing power. Requires at least 200 minimum to start supplying to the grid. But it can output about 100, but we should never max it to that. You know, we should keep it low. That's why we'll build a few of them. Yeah. Check on water. So it's producing 1.6 out of 4. That's great because there's 7,000 and change left on it. Seems like a lot, but it's not. All right, this is ready to go. Expeditions maybe. 7 officers we don't have, and the RC commander we don't have. Nothing new. Send it home. That'll probably be our best bet. We only have 2 rare metals. It's not worth loading it yet because I would rather a little more than that. So we'll just send it home because it's going to bring people back. We need more people right now. So we already have one on the way back to Earth. We're going to load it up, send them back. It's producing 4.6 rare metals a day of soul. So it'll take some time to fill up. And we can start to focus on this side. We're probably going to put those those domes into action soon. Start getting them built. And then we could start to think about, you know, the next group of people coming in. Now that we have, you know, you're past the founder stage, you could start bringing people in every ship, right? As long as you got place for them. All right. Keeping it moving. We're looking at our new area. It's going to require more power soon. So we're going to drop an accumulator there. Start charging it up. That's going to have a lot of value. It's at -5. because there's no sun. Which is fine. We're going to definitely have to add more power to charge that up. So wind turbines, more solar, that's coming soon, especially once that gets built. That dome's going to draw power. The water's going to draw power. We could start looking at how we're going to connect, but there's always more to do. Power looking good. It's discharging 10. This one's idle because it still doesn't have enough power to discharge. And that's fine.
Sector scanned.
All right. More rare metals, more concrete, but good news is we're going to scan that and it's going to give us research automatically. And we're scanning pretty good. Pretty much a lot of value over there. So we're in a good place over here. This is a good starting zone. We could start to pack out that area as slowly start to scan around the whole map. And again, part of the process. If you like these kind of games, you're going to be patient and you're going to have fun. Okay, missing services, drinking, gaming, shopping, medical checks. They want more exercise. So we're going to start figuring out what we can drop in here. Exercise, social, all those things can be given with gardens, rock gardens, bunch of different things. I like to use those as, you know, especially in the passageway. Bringing in people. Okay, because we're bringing in people, we have to open up quarantine, open up the dome. We don't want them to go overfill the other one. Speed it up a little bit. We have to turn that on once it gets closer, because I don't want people from the other building to start running into this building. And here's where we can designate if we want the passages to be used for work, services. You can also see that we can allow berths and block berths. So there's a lot of different things and filters which will come into play in the later game. All right, they landed. Turn this thing on. And we can start to turn these things on. Oh yeah, they're gonna want a job. Otherwise they might go to the other dome. And don't worry, they might do that anyways. Every time new colonists come, there's always going to be some sort of crop failure at the farm or the hydroponic farm, because nobody's been working it. Research lab will probably be part of that next group. Apartment's going to be done. Apartment draws power, so we probably want to turn this off. Yeah. Until we're ready. Yeah, no problem. They're doing good. I don't have a nursery in here.
Research complete.
They can use the other nursery because I don't want that. Research complete. Yeah. Good. Start adding to the queue. Let's see what we got. Security, medics. There's a few things that look good. Farm increases the comfort of residents. That's valuable. Just the higher the comfort, the happier they are. We're going to throw Forever Young in that list. And drone hubs. Even though we might not be building drone hubs with the resources, when you have drone hubs, there's the Martian University. When you have the drone hubs, you can practice where they're going to be. The Martian University is what we were talking about earlier. It will train no specialization folks to fill in where we need folks that have specializations. Engineers, botanists, medics, all that stuff. So it's very valuable. I might even have one early in the dome. Bad news is it takes a ton of electronics. Let's go ahead and fill this up with Amphitheater is great because it does social and does a bunch of things and doesn't require somebody to work it. I like those in the dome. Slowly but surely, we got a spot here. I don't know what I'm gonna do in that first dome. Maybe a living complex, maybe an apartment, depending on what we need to do. This is filling up with fuel, unloading food. We're in a decent place with food. Still extracting. Well, yeah, 4. It's gonna take a long time. Definitely want to send another drone hub. Always early I send moisture evaporators until I can make them. This time we're gonna send some drones. Want more drones for sure. Polymers, machine parts, electronics, food. Yeah, we're just bringing as much as we can. We're decent on funding, so probably max this thing out again. We're gonna send back rare metals eventually, so we'll make a little bit of money. As you research, more money. Now, as you do things in the game, a little more money, but rare metals is the way to go because that's what's going to help you the most and the fastest. Yeah, this looks good. Let's see. You just play with it to max it out, see what you want. 1.2. Yeah, I'll maybe bring a
Research complete.
we'll send that. Polymer factory. Beautiful. Also, when you do a polymer factory, it unlocks fuel refineries, so you could start to build those now. You won't need prefabs. And we'll just keep filling and see what's good. And again, there's no wrong way. You're going to unlock them all eventually, but there's certain things that'll help you sooner than later. Storage compression. I don't care too much about certain drone stuff. Comfort will be good. Storage compression will be good. It's what we do. Yeah. So that's going. That's going good. We're almost maxed out. There's not a lot of people that... Oh, party. Door of the command room opens. You're hit by loud noise. They're having a party. Let's go. Small groups of people laugh. Others dance. Someone sees you. Of course, they stop the music. So I have some choices. You're always going to have choices. You're the commander. I expect maintenance efficiency reports. I can be hard or I can be nice. What is this, a party? Who gave you permission? Smile and wave. Secret booze stash if you want to be really cool, I guess. How unprofessional. Let me show you how to dance. You call that dancing, right? Depends on your type of leadership, what answer you put. So I'm a smile and wave, leave them their way. The effect is there's a plus 15 comfort for all colonists. That's great, So depending on which one you pick, it has an effect. Like if I were to pick something like to be mean, it probably would affect them negatively. If I picked the alcohol, it might have affected a certain group. Like the alcoholics would be happy, but the non-alcoholics may not. So I got a homeless person. Not homeless, jobless. So I'll just open some of these things up. Let them do what they do. And computer algorithm will pick priority to open slots. Yeah, we're doing good. Definitely bringing in some scientists on this next batch. We'll try to, a lot of this now is going to be, everyone's coming with flaws. So it's how bad, how many flaws, how bad are the flaws? But everyone's going to be coming with some kind of flaws. And that's just the way it goes now. So we want to be, open-minded and just be aware stuff's going to happen. We're going to have to figure it out. That's part of the game. It's part of the curveballs. Some of those curveballs make the game fun. All right, so we have a next group coming in. That group, is going to have specific set of people. So now we figure out, where those no specs are going to go, what we need to do next. And most likely, we're probably going to be setting up that polymer factory. So we want to start to prepare the domes for, factories, things like that. This dome, see if the Martian University finishes. We're going to go to production here. There's the polymer factory. So I'm just going to drop it down, see what it looks like. We'll start that process. Takes 5 machine parts, 5 metals, 10 concrete, which we're fine. We're definitely going to have a run soon. Polymers get low fast. I'm going to turn it off. I'm okay, but I am going to run, power and water to it. It requires water and fuel, FYI. That's why it comes with the fuel refinery. This is great. We're slowly, this section's going to be done soon. So that's why we'll be moving over to the other side and keep building there. Eventually, you're just doing maintenance and modifications in the areas that you've already built. But the map for surviving Mars is huge. So that fits 24 residents, but requires 12 power. Solar panels. This thing's charging 36.7. We're going to add some more. Eventually, it's going to be a big farm, so, add power as you feel. More stuff you add, the more power it needs. The wind turbine, because I want to be a little more consistent power, and try to get a shape of what that section is going to look like. Some people like to put all the power in one place. You're going to have it in multiple places, and then once you connect them, you're fine. Water's good. Always keep checking. You don't want to max it out because it'll drain the deposit faster. So far, so good. We're cruising. This is going great. Probably one of my best starts, knock on wood. Okay. We got a drone with resources. I'm gonna land it there for a few reasons. One, I want all the resources to go there. The other is to test it out, see what it looks like before I drop people there. Is it in the right vicinity of the dome? Any problems? And blah, 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 blah. So you're always gonna test it out. You don't always, actually. It's just really up to you. So maybe you want to save a version of the game as you go, because you want to, in case you make a mistake. Okay, let's. Useless, but that happens. Oftentimes I take chances with those, and see what happens. We'll keep scanning and we keep doing our thing. Drone's looking good. Drone hub's not complaining. This will be busy, but there's a lot of new drones coming in here, so I'm gonna assign them to this drone hub. There they are. They're kind of like, okay, what do we do? And select them all, clicking and dragging. Then I'm gonna right click to assign them to that. There's no more drones assigned to that ship. I got a lot of drones here, so I'll drop a few and even them out. Because even though this one's built and stuff, you still want enough drones here to make it comfortable. Because if stuff happens, drones are going to fix it fast. Load is heavy, that's fine. Lots to unload. Do I even have food there? So we'll find out. Fuel looks good. I'm gonna have to send the transport eventually to grab fuel there. I'm gonna turn that off. Doesn't need to use it at night. We've produced a decent amount of fuel. That's fine with me. Okay, so drop a fuel storage back there and maybe near it. I like those rocks there. See where we're gonna put it, because we're gonna put another one there, so that fuel storage should be able to provide for both of them. Yeah. No, not a universal. Friendly reminder, universal can only keep 30. I think as opposed to 180 or something like that. Might as well drop this landing pad here for the future dome. As you can see, this dome's getting built. And then I can also figure out where I want that fuel storage. I'll probably move it, put it behind somewhere. I don't think I like it right there. That's the beauty of it. Even if it had resources on it, it would make a little pile of the resources next to it. So don't be afraid to cancel it and remove it. They will bring the resources to the new fuel depot. That is within range. Feels good. Okay. Just gonna back it up a little more. There we go. Right to the edge. If a meteor hits that thing, the explosion could be big, so I don't want it to blow up the rockets. It's right at the edge, which is fine. Again, as long as it's within working distance, you're good. Okay, this dome is done. Dome number 3. We're gonna turn it off, quarantine, nobody in or out until we're ready to bring folks in, which will probably be next episode. You know, we'll definitely start to populate this next area here. Definitely a farm. We need food. Almost every new dome's gonna have a farm going forward. It's gonna need to provide food for that dome and surrounding domes. Sometimes I'll put 2 or 3 farms in one dome, make it like a farming dome, and then the other domes could just be like working domes, and you know, just have a bunch of botanists living there and making food. All right, we're gonna let this stuff get built. You know, we're gonna need our normal things that make them happy. Nurseries make them want to have babies, because then they have a place for the babies to go. Infirmaries with the doctor, diners, grocers, things like that. They're almost the same in every dome, so just, you know, be aware of that. I don't mind. I still enjoy that process. Kind of slows me down a little bit, lets me add that extra focus. Okay, diner. This thing might be ready for the minimum group to come in and work. Batteries look good. Accumulator should be charging. And it's, yeah, all working. Excellent. And that's the process. Looks good. We got some new metals. I'm sorry, not metals, fuel. We're gonna bring that fuel over, because that won't get any fuel without me manually bringing it over right now till the shuttle hubs. 26 in one dome, 12 in the other. We got a rocket traveling here with 12 passengers. I don't remember the passengers, but I'm assuming based on where I am in the game, it's gonna be for that group and the polymers. You know, those are what I was telling you earlier. You might want to write it down. But usually I move a certain way, so I would know that that rocket's coming for the polymers and things like that. Even though I don't have the group for polymers. Thank you for watching. I appreciate everything. I'll talk to y'all soon.